What is plasticity? I'll give the quick answer. It's the idea that neurons can make new connections, or that you can even grow new neurons, new brain cells in your brain. And that's basically the idea of it. Again, it's flexibility, the ability of your brain to regrow itself or rewire itself. So some old school idea was that you just lose plasticity. Obviously, when you're a baby, you can learn all sorts of stuff, right? If a baby grows up in India, they might speak Hindi. They grow up in the US, they might speak English or another language. They grow up, they can learn to be thinking in all different sorts of ways. They can learn all sorts of different skills, cultural things. It's well known that people can learn. It's really easy to become bilingual or trilingual when you grow up with it as a kid, when your brain is super plastic, still being formed. It's making new connections all the time because you're learning the whole world, learning everything new. Later on, it gets harder to learn new things. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can, but it's way harder than a young dog. That's true. That's why they made that statement. And it's true with people. It's harder. It's way harder for me to learn. I've been working on Mandarin for a while now. I wish I had learned that when I was 4 years old. I would have learned it piece of cake. And I would have got the accent down or different speech sounds. Oh, I would be killing it. But here, 40-year-old trying to learn Mandarin. 4-year-old native English speaker with no Mandarin experience trying to learn Mandarin. Ugh, it's rough. Not that my brain can't learn new things, but it's less flexible later on. So people always thought, once you're a grown-up, your brain is just hardwired. It's done learning. You can't make new brain cells. You got all the brain cells you're going to make and pretty much all the connections you're going to make. This was wrong in some ways. So it was over-exaggeration to think that it's just done and you're hardwired. Because again, old dogs do learn new tricks. Old people do learn new things. Therefore, there is plasticity. You can see it. You see it happen. So obviously there's some plasticity, but people always discounted that. And so now there's been a revolution lately of something that, again, it's been sort of painfully obvious this whole time, but for people to finally believe in plasticity, they're applying it to recovering from brain injury. They're kind of keeping it in the front of their mind to say, let's keep plasticity as strong as we can, because when we get older, especially if we're worrying about dementia and our brain gets stuck in a certain way, it's helpful for it to be able to be plastic and to regrow itself or rewire itself to continue functioning as well as it can. Don't give up on this is basically the method.